Hey there, COVID Kitchen fans. Tonight we've got chicken cutlets that we have right here, and we're going to grill them, and we're going to put another bruschetta on them. We did this with some fish last week, and really was really quite nice. We did it with some guacamole, and this time around we've got these beautiful fresh tomatoes and a little bit of red onion, some basil, some mozzarella. And we're going to mix that all together, and then top the lovely grilled chicken cutlets with them. And as a side dish, we're going to have a little bit of orzo with some broccoli, and it should be a nice complete meal when we're all said and done. Hopefully it won't take too long. There's a number of steps involved, number of pans, pots, some excitement, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to tackle part of the bruschetta here, since that's going to have to set aside for a little bit of marinade. So we have an 1/8 cup of chopped red onion here that we're going to put into this bowl, and then we're just going to simply add a half tablespoon of both balsamic vinegar and some olive oil. And that's going to sit while we chop up the tomatoes, and we're going to add them in a second as well. So we'll let that sit for now, mix it a little bit, and now we're going to chop tomatoes up. Alright, so my tomatoes are all chopped up. I also use the onion chopper for this one. They say don't use tomatoes in the onion chopper, but I find they work reasonably fine. Maybe a little bit more mashed up than they would otherwise be, but I think that's fine. We're not making gourmet stuff here, it's not for a paying public. So it doesn't need to be that pretty. We also have a clove of garlic that we're going to put right in. And we're going to mix that up. Add a little bit of pepper. You would certainly add salt here if you were going to do that. And then this guy is going to sit for a bit while we start preparing some of the other items we got. We got some broccoli we need to steam. We have some orzo we need to cook up. So we're going to start attacking that in just a moment. Alright, so the next thing that we got going on here is we're going to be steaming some broccoli. So about a cup of broccoli florets will do it. Don't get any of the stems. Just cut it real close to the florets. I'm using a bit more than a cup because, well, I really enjoy my broccoli. It's superfood and it's super good. So we got that. It's boiling. The water's boiling in there, and now we're just going to cover it and steam it for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. You don't need to do it for any more than that. We're going to be cooking it continually a little bit later, so no need to get crazy with it for now. Alright, so the next step that we have here is cooking the orzo. I've just thrown in a portion for one, which I estimated to be a little over 2 ounces. And I'm just going to cook that according to package directions. So 9 minutes. And after that, we'll have the cooked orzo, we'll have the steamed broccoli, and we're going to chop up that broccoli a little bit more fine, make sure they're really small so that they kind of fit in a little bit better with the orzo. And then we're going to combine them all with some oil and some other goodies and make a nice tasty side. But before we get that, we're probably going to start prepping and grilling the chicken as well. Alright, so now we're going to do a couple of things at once. We've got the grill all heated up, and we're now going to heat a couple of teaspoons of olive oil in our pan. What we're going to end up doing is sauteing some garlic in here, and eventually mixing that with the broccoli and the orzo, while we also grill our chicken. So our cutlets are thin, and hopefully they're not going to take too long. Recipe suggests really just 2 minutes per side. We'll see if that's legit, especially on the indoor grill. But that's going to be where that goes. So we've got the chicken now going, and we've got the oil heated up, and we're going to start throwing in some things and put them together here in just a moment. Okay, I think we're ready to go with this. We're going to put in 2 cloves of garlic into the oil. There we go. And we're just going to let that go for a minute or 2. We're going to let them turn all nice and golden. And then we're going to add in the broccoli, which we've now kind of chopped into very fine florets. You can see here. And they're going to go in, they're going to cook for a little bit as well, and then we're just going to finally add in the orzo at the end, mix them all together, and that should be just perfect. All the while our chicken is also continuing to cook. So as you can see, our broccoli and orzo is done, It's all mixed together and smelling quite lovely, very simple. You can add some grated Parmesan to this as well if you so choose. Unfortunately, our chicken is still going. And so the 2 minutes per side was not what I was looking for. Maybe the cutlets were a little too large, or maybe the grill just isn't up to the task. But we got to wait a little bit longer on that. But when those guys are done, we're going to plate these guys, and we're going to see how they are. So this is looking really great. And the last thing that we need to do is we've got to take some chopped up mozzarella, throw them into the bruschetta. Just give them a little bit of a stir here at the end. And then they're going to be good to go. I'm just going to put them right over the chicken here. Make it look really pretty. Hopefully really professional. I've never been very good at making things look nice on the plate. But well, we'll try our best and say that's good. Okay, so how did we do? Now we see all the work we put in. Very pretty. I'm going to mess it up right now, right? All right. Nice, good broccoli with some orzo. Probably would have been helped with a little bit of salt. And maybe a little bit of cheese. But I've got the cheese going on the chicken. So, didn't want to mess with that, but we'll see how the chicken is. I love that bruschetta. Tasting the balsamic. Tasting a fresh tomato. That's a nice, lively dish. Good Thursday meal here in the COVID kitchen.